On today's episode of MotoCheez.
So I picked up one of these handheld, single-handed cordless chainsaws. As you know, I've done a bunch of chainsaw videos in the past, but this one looks small, like something that you can keep on one of the smaller bikes. Because depending where I go, sometimes I like having these. And I don't have a battery saw down here in Florida except the one that I keep in my Jeep. SEYVUM, model CS-BM11, 20 volt, 2 amp hour. The battery is lithium ion with a high speed chain. Has a 6-inch bar with a 4200 RPM speed. And it says the chain material is 60 CR. Comes in a nice little carry bag. I like that. I always buy a bag for my chainsaws because they leak. And then when I make my shorts, which these aren't custom shorts, when I cut the legs off my old pants that get holes in them, put one of the pieces of the legs in the bottom to absorb any oil that leaks out. Every single chainsaw I've ever owned ends up dripping oil. 18-month extended warranty with the registration QR code, the user's manual. Looks like you have to manually oil the bar. This doesn't have an automatic oiler on it. And that's very important. You don't want to run a chainsaw with no oil on the chain or bar, because not only does it make it work harder, it wears out the bar and the chain. Cuts way better with oil. Comes with some gloves. I usually take extra large gloves, so these do fit. It won't protect you from that chain, but it will definitely protect you from maybe getting a little dirt on you. A lot of holes in it. Comes with 2 batteries, 20 volt lithium ion, 2.0 amp hours, 37 watt hours. Has a wall wart charger, 21 volts DC, 1000 milliamps, 100 to 240 volts, 50 or 60 hertz. So that wouldn't be a fast charger. Let's see how long it says to charge it. I don't see a charging time here, but I have a use for this already. A tree fell off my property onto the corner of the road here. Shows you how to tension the chain. Here's the chain. Doesn't look like it has any anti-kickback links on it, which is good, I think. That's an itty bitty chain. Comes with a little oiler bottle and a little brush cleaner. And the saw itself. It has on here what's called a protective baffle, because sometimes if you hit the nose of this, it'll throw it up at you. It's spring loaded. At least you can, if you have to, you can get the piece in there. It has a right or left-handed trigger lock. Here's your battery connector. Showing full, but I'm still going to plug it in. So it has a chain protector. You have to keep that little guard baffle over it. It says 6 inches right on it. That's right. Disconnect this battery. So let's take this cover off. That's your chain tensioner mechanism. Has a little cam. It rides up against this. It's just a baby. That's an itty bitty bar right there. Never had a chainsaw that was this small. This bar does have an oiler hole, but as I stated before, it does not have an oiler. That'd be a nice upgrade if they ever do any improvements on this saw. There's your drive sprocket, held on with a circlip. Hopefully they use metal gears and a metal housing inside. So it does come with a chain installed and a second chain. This is going to take a little tiny chain file. That'd be a good idea to include in the kit. It does look like you can flip this over if this edge of your bar gets worn out, and flip this onto the other side. This is for the tensioner. This is plastic that holds the bar, keeps it straight and guides it. If it's a decent plastic, you shouldn't have any problems. I mean, it's not going to be for industrial use, of course. Put the flat over here when assembling, of course, because when you turn this cam, it's going to push this bar out and tighten that chain. So we'll put it like this. Run our wing bolt down ever so slightly. And then put a little bit of tension on that chain. That's about good right there. And then snug her up. See how she runs now. Definitely want to oil it. It does run with that guard up. Does not have a roller tip. Treat this like a gun, boys. Don't put your finger on that trigger until you're ready to use it, even though it has a safety. So let's get these batteries charged up. I got some cutting to do. So let's see how long this chain actually is. Oh, just under 6 inches. Nothing to brag about. Overall length with the battery to the guard is 17.5 inches. Just under 8 inches tall off the table with the battery. This is very lightweight. And I like having the one hand option. Regular chainsaws, you don't get that option. This is a 36 link chain, but it doesn't say what size pitch. It has 18 cutters on this 36 link chain. You can stand it up like that. You don't want to lay it like that unless the guard is on, or like that. So if it's a 2 amp hour battery and it has a 1 amp charger, it should only take 2 hours to fully charge. Looks like a pretty good home use saw for sure. Very, very light and one-handed, but these can be dangerous, as you all know. Not bad. I like when stuff comes with a carrying bag. It's been about a half an hour. It's a little warm.
A few moments later.
First battery fully charged. On to the second. Gotta charge them fully before use. Now let's go cut that tree up. That might sit right there. Well, some of that might be a little bit big. Damn it, I didn't get any oil. I gotta get some bar oil. So far, that's the only thing I could see to improve this saw. That is to have an automatic bar oiler. I'm going to wear my different gloves. I don't want to get sap all over my fingers. Yeah, that's... I usually use those little stretchy bungees with the little knob on the end of it, and I drill a hole. I haven't found them yet. They're somewhere around. Let me see. I don't think this is variable speed. No, it's on and off. Let's see if we can get a little bit of oil in there. Do her good for the first time. But of course, no automatic oiler and stuff like that reflects on the price. See how it works, boys. Not too bad so far. I mean, if you really push on it, you can bog it down a little bit. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go through that bigger stuff. We'll do a full bar just to see. But for pruning, definitely will work. Beats sawing by hand now. Definitely doesn't have a ton of power, but it's just a baby. Probably should have put the forks on. Really? Yeah. Yeah, these little ones, I don't think they come with oilers. Some of them might. Didn't even take a bar off the battery yet. Well, maybe hit thermal. Of course, this isn't what it's intended for, but it's a good test. I really didn't want to take this little pine tree out, but it's in the way of the gate. Same battery. I know it's probably not really meant for this. I had the motor shut down on thermal once. See. Pretty quick though. We got her. That's full bar. Pretty impressive. That was a live pine tree. Pick them up later. I mean, you can't push it, but it does a really good job, especially as a pruner. Now I can swing my gate all the way open. I want to run this battery out, but wow. Good for roots. Now these little limbs are probably better suited for this saw. I guess the balance point is just about where the trigger is. I know it's probably a safety, but gets in the way sometimes. For a small saw, I mean, it doesn't have a ton of power, but I didn't really expect it to. It has about the power I would expect, honestly, with a little blade. Well, that's it. Went from 3/4 to nothing. I did a lot on one battery. Thought the chain was bound. Yeah, it did alright. You can't beat the price. I think this would be perfect on the back of my motorcycle. Nice and light. Won't be able to get any huge trees out of the way, but better than doing it by hand. And I do have another battery, so I could keep going if I wanted. So I guess I got probably 45 minutes worth of cutting. It's just odd how it went from 3/4 to nothing. So let's plug it in and make sure it's not the battery that overheated. That's green. I may have overheated the battery. Yeah, because it's not even charging. So I'm going to let the battery cool down. I'll check this in about a half an hour. I imagine it's probably overheated.
A few moments later.
Yeah, it was so low, it must have kicked off on low power and overheated. Too much cutting for this little saw. Yeah, check this out, one-handed. It don't have a ton of power, but feel the weight of that. And it's one-handed, so it's perfect for doing little stuff. There's a battery in it. It comes with 2 batteries. I mean, I cut that pine tree that's by the entry gate going in the new place. It was as big as this blade. I cut through it. It comes with a little carry bag, an extra chain, 2 batteries, except it doesn't have an automatic oiler. That's my only gripe about the whole thing. So if you guys are looking for one, I'll have the links down below with a discount code if they give me one for you guys. But if you're looking for a single-handed pruning style saw, this did pretty damn good for the size. Thanks for watching.
Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Hit that bell if you want new notifications on new videos. Links for products used are in the description and on MotoCheez.com. Thanks. Thanks for watching.